my first guest is Tyler James Williams, star of the hottest new TV show of the year. If you haven't seen it, you are missing. I'm obsessed with this show. ABC comedy Abbott Elementary. Oh, I love this show. I love it, love it. So Tyler was just 12 years old when he first hit the screens in the sitcom Everybody Hates Chris, which I love too. Chris Rock handpicked him to play the comedian's younger self. 4 seasons that show was on. And after the show ended, Tyler stepped into more grown-up roles, The Walking Dead, movies like Dear White People. Yeah, I love Walking Dead too. Dear White People, The United States versus Billie Holiday, in which he played legendary musician Lester Young. Well, now, he's 29 years old. He's made his return to comedy, playing a public school teacher at an underfunded Philadelphia school, along with the show's creator and co-star Quinta Brunson, Tony nominee, the incomparable Sheryl Lee Ralph, and comedian Janelle James. Now, that is a cast. As CNN said, the show everybody is talking about is not on Netflix or HBO. Instead, it's a comedy that's not only bringing the heart, it's also highlighting real-life struggles teachers face every day. NPR, I read a quote from NPR, guys. It said that everybody should be attending Abbott Elementary. And Vulture said the perfect time for Abbott Elementary, saying that the show's characters were already starting to feel as recognizable as family.
You're on a mission. It's cool to see.
Well, thank you. Just a day in the life of being a teacher here. You get used to it.
Isn't that smelling the walls?
Oh, no, you're never going to get used to that.
Okay.
So. But, you're subbing to go full-time, right? Like...
We'll see. The job definitely surprises me.
Well, I'll help you stay. For the kids.
Yeah.
Welcome to the TFM, Tyler James Williams. So good to have you on, Tyler.
How you doing?
Oh, my gosh, listen. I don't know if you hear it. They are loving it. Oh, my gosh. First of all, congratulations. The show has broken records. It's the first comedy premiere to quadruple its ratings since the original airing. That's incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very blessed.
I mean, are you still... Well, first of all, the first moment Quinta was on the show and I saw the trailer, I said, this is it. This is going to exceed Modern Family, which was another hit show that everyone saw take off. You're in the moment. What do you think is the reason it had this just explosion of love?
I think, first and foremost, it's funny.
Well,
I think that's something
there's that.
People are always kind of looking for. I think we've been through so much in the last 2-3 years that people are looking for something that they can just kind of laugh and sit back at. And I credit that all to Quinta Brunson. And then also, I think, it's really relatable. Everyone's had a teacher or drops their kids off to a teacher or is a teacher or is related to a teacher. We know this very, very well. So it's good to see that it's, resonating with people.
Well, you mentioned one of the reasons, obviously, is that it is truly funny. And I'd read that after Everybody Hates Chris, your words were that you wanted to veer away from TV comedy. Why did you want to veer away from it?
I felt like at the time, network comedy specifically had gotten very broad. It was like, a lot of, people fighting really hard to get a joke out. And that's not how I like to do comedy. I like to keep it pretty grounded and, play, to the real of it all. So I kind of was not interested at the time. I went off. I did some, great drama stuff and some interesting indie stuff. And then when Quinta came to me with this, I was like, this feels like the perfect excuse to come back into people's living rooms.
How did Quinta make the case, or did she have to make the case of why this show would be perfect for your return to TV comedy? Because I know she's convinced.
She made it. Yeah, she made it really quickly. It was like 30 seconds. She called me and was like, hey, I think I have this show and it'd be perfect for what you do. I want to keep it super low to the ground. And, it's a mockumentary style, so you can do what you do best. And she told me that it was about, underfunded schools and, talking about Black male teachers and giving them a voice and, showing them in this romanticized light to show people that the work that they do is important. And after that, I was like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
great.
No, listen. So much of it is, as you pointed out, relatable, except for the janitor who believes the Illuminati runs the world. Which is so funny to me. But the kids are adorable. It's just so good. The last time I saw, well, of course, I watched you on Walking Dead, but then your performance with Audra in the United States versus Billie Holiday. Just a beautiful performance. And we know, as you said, it's difficult for a lot of people to transition from child actor, even though you were 12, so that's more tween, to playing these roles. Outside of your brilliant performance, I got to tell you, my timeline was filled with people crushing on you and talking about how handsome. And I read one tweet that was like, I'm crushing on the kid from Everybody Hates Chris. I said, no, he's a man. He's a man now. How does it feel? That does happen. It happens to everybody. But how does it feel now to have the swoon factor versus the, oh, he's so cute?
It's interesting. It's like people expected me to always stay 12.
Can you see the screen?
Oh, look at that. That would be me.
Oh.
Look at that.
I didn't realize it.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's been a blessing that people grow up with me. We're all adults now. You know, people who watched me when I was in my teens and in high school are now watching me play a teacher as they're dropping their kids off at school.
Well, but they're not just, they're not playing, you're not hot for teacher. I mean, you're like, oh, that's the teacher? I mean, there's a whole episode where her mom is like, whoa, that's the teacher? So you're not just a teacher, you're, oh, that's my son's teacher. Hi.
It's a new space for me. That, I'm getting used to. I always try to, just keep my head down and do the work. But I'm definitely getting people who are trying to emulate Janelle James's character. And that's, there's no life's human resources. I'm going to have to adjust.
You need an HR to walk around with you when you come back. I didn't know, but Tyler's parents were in the industry. Wait until you hear the music connection in his life. Legends this guy grew up around. We'll be right back with more.
Okay.
Have a seat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of my students has been coming in late, 9 o'clock to be exact, for the last week or so.
Did you talk to the parent?
No, I'm a sub. I don't want to be mixing it up with parents. It's unnecessary.
Sweetheart, this isn't happy hour. You are the child's teacher.
Welcome back. We're talking with Tyler James Williams, one of the stars of the smash hit ABC sitcom Abbott Elementary. You've got a milestone birthday coming up, 30.
Yeah, I'm turning 30. We're up here. I'm an adult now. That's like an official adult age. I should have my life together at 30.
You're getting it together. This show is about people who really seized the moment and didn't go for status quo. You've done just that. What has really pushed you to have this range and really take these chances, as I said, from the Billie Holiday film, which was brilliant, to now this groundbreaking comedy?
I think part of it is just, how I was raised. I think my parents, they dropped me off at school every day telling me you can be whatever you want to be. But regardless of what it is, be the best at it and never stop trying to be the best at it. So for me, as I hit, a milestone of some kind, like, at 12, 13, having a network hit. After that, I have to move on to something else. I have to keep going. I can't ever sit and get complacent. And I want to do the art service. I think I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in. And if I don't keep going deeper and, crafting great stories for people to watch and deepening my craft, then I just get lazy and I can't do that.
No, and I see it in the performance on Abbott Elementary. You can tell the investment. We love to laugh at the show, but then sometimes I get very cerebral and I think, what work do you have to put in to be funny? It just doesn't happen. And it is so skilled. And to have a great script like that makes it even more compelling. You mentioned your parents. Your parents were backup singers for Luther Vandross and Patti LaBelle, among
Nona Hendrix, yeah.
So, like, Luther Vandross, your parents, you're like royalty. I want to touch you the next time you come here. What was that like for you?
It was, I mean, my entire family was very talented, especially on the music side. I've come from a line of really great singers, just flat-footed, amazing singers who grew up in gospel and sang with all types of people. Nona, Luther. I mean, it's the list is ridiculous in our household, and it was really interesting. I think they thought we were all going to go to the music side, and I was like, I have another choice. I have another
What was
choice,
their
but it was
reaction?
definitely.
What was your parents' reaction? Because you have this beautiful voice as it is. It's like a silky baritone. I know nothing about music, but I know a word called baritone. You have this silkiness to your voice. When you said, I don't want to sing, what was the reaction?
I think in a way, they were down to support whatever it was. Whatever we were going to do, whatever me and my brothers wanted to do, they were going to be down to support that. And they did the road, and then they had to, put that down and then decide to raise their kids and do what they needed to do because, everybody knows that, singing on the road lifestyle can only last but for so long with a family. So whatever it was, they were down. My brothers, they still, do music and all that, and I dabble from time to time. But, this is my my art form.
You rap or you sing? Because I read that you like to rap a little bit. Do you sing?
I do a little bit of both. I do, all of the things. We grew up in a house where music was so integral to our experience.
All right, so I'm only in my 3rd season, so I cannot ask you to sing any Luther because we can't afford it. But if we're at karaoke night with the Tam fam, what would you sing at karaoke? What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, interesting. It's been going around a lot. People have been doing and singing. Can We Talk? Tevin Campbell.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
You just almost made me weep. We're up against the commercial. When I tell you, we just did a show with New Edition for the full hour. Every member of New Edition. Thanks for watching, Tyler. It aired yesterday, but you can watch it on repeat. Tevin Campbell remains one of my favorite dream guests to have on Sing, and I had a feeling you were going to say Tevin Campbell. I don't know why.
No way.
I must be
He's one of the
clairvoyant.
greatest voices of a generation.
Yeah.
He was wildly underrated. Please have him. And we should come. I'm going to come to New York, and we're going to do a karaoke, and I'm going to sing with Tevin. Watch.
Okay, so Tyler, Tevin, I don't believe you can sing. Can you sing a little bit? Can you? Go ahead.
Not through Skype, no. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You hear my voice?
Listen, your backup singing parents who sang with Luther, they can sing anywhere. Now I know why you're the actor in the family.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love you. Thank you so much. And it's a date. Me, you. I'm going to call Tevin Campbell. But meantime,
there we go.
Make a date to watch Abbott Elementary. It airs Tuesdays at 8 Central on ABC. Tyler, you are amazing. Thank you so much, and congratulations on every bit of the success you've had.
Thank you.